Welcome to Module 1, where we're going to make sure that you've got a basic understanding of the governance structure in your town. If you're an old hat at this, feel free to skip this module. Let's start with some of the basics around the decision-making process. The process itself is actually pretty predictable. It starts with somebody having an idea. Most of that time it comes from a committee, like the planning board or housing committee. They may discuss it over the course of several committee hearings and perfect the proposal. Next, they need to have a public hearing. At that stage, public comment is encouraged, and if your association decides it's appropriate, they may ask you to speak before the committee reviewing it. Speaking at a public hearing is an excellent opportunity to advance or kill an issue in its infancy. The committee will take public input into consideration when making a recommendation to the legislative authority. At that point, they may make some tweaks. Other committees may review the proposal and make a recommendation one way or the other, but usually from there the proposal is headed to the legislative authority. The legislative authority is different across the state, so let's dive into that next. Here in Massachusetts, there are 4 different types of decision-making structures. In big cities like Boston, there's a mayor and a city council. When the mayor is elected and not appointed by the city council, that city is considered to have a strong mayor and a weak city council because the mayor has the ability to veto, much like the governor. Other large communities have a strong city or town council. They appoint a city manager to run the day-to-day execution of their policies. In some instances, they will choose a member of the city council to be the mayor. In towns, there's either open town meeting or representative town meeting. Let's look at the representative town meeting first. In communities like Walpole, voters elect people from their precinct to serve as their representative to town meeting. Those representatives, like members of Congress, vote based on their personal beliefs as well as the leanings of their constituents from their neck of the woods. In these types of communities, you can speak to your town meeting rep about issues of concern. Lastly, we have open town meeting, a direct democracy holdover from the Puritan days when you could actually pack the entire voting population of a town into one hall and arrive at decisions about how the town should be run. In this decision-making structure, voters have the opportunity to persuade their neighbors by speaking during the debate. Voters are the legislative authority. Use your My Town worksheet to identify what the decision-making structure is in your community. You can determine this by checking your town's website or calling the town clerk and inquiring. If you'd like more information on this subject, check out the resources on the worksheet.